Now, Jordan Howard was traded from the Bears to the Eagles, and they're only going to get a 5th or a 6th round pick in 2020 based on Howard's production. Does that show you the value of running backs as far as the trade market goes?
Yeah, it's always going to be challenging in the modern NFL to get really good value for running backs. The Browns decided to last year, as John Dorsey, one of his first few moves was to extend Duke Johnson and pay him top 15 running back money. And Duke Johnson was a really good football player on the Browns offensive side since he was drafted here. And that's largely due to the fact that the Browns haven't had many weapons other than him. And he was a successful cornerstone of the offense for a while. We saw late last year as the offense started to flourish under Baker Mayfield that it's not necessarily going to be funneled to any one player all the time to force feed somebody. And I think we started to realize that there's not necessarily a need to pay your second running back this type of money if he's not going to get a ton of touches throughout a game. And that's where the Browns might be sort of weighing things. They, whether you like it or not, they backed into Kareem Hunt for a really cheap contract. And Kareem Hunt, by all measures, in his time spent in the NFL as a top 5 running back, just sheer performance production alone. So you're looking at 2 extremely good running backs possibly getting snaps ahead of Duke Johnson. Between Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. And I do understand that there is the, Kareem Hunt's suspended for 8 games angle, and you can keep Duke Johnson for a little bit longer, maybe look to trade him at the midway point. Is right up to the trade deadline is when Kareem Hunt will come back. So maybe if the Browns don't find any value, and maybe there isn't any value because you can draft these players like Phillip Lindsay, who was he was undrafted and signed with Denver last year, and nearly, if it wasn't for Saquon Barkley's impressive feats, would have won at least close to winning the Rookie of the Year award. He was up for the Rookie of the Year award as an undrafted free agent. So you can get those running backs anywhere, which means it just diminishes the value of giving up, really good assets such as draft picks to take on a running back who's not on a rookie contract and cheap, but is coming with top 15 running back money. And then in the same hand is a guy that you necessarily can't call a bell cow running back who you're able to consistently hand the football off to. He's a guy that's sort of a niche player, and he's effective. He's dynamic in the passing game. But when you bring a guy like Duke Johnson on the field, a defense knows it's probably about 70-30 that a pass is going to take place, and you can sort of shift your state of mind. While guys like Kareem Hunt, guys like Nick Chubb, you don't have that. You really have to play at 50-50 because this running back could get the football, and we don't want to be off balance. So that's where the Browns are. They're weighing it. The good part is they have a wealth of talent at the running back position. If they do hold on to Duke Johnson, there's no reason why he can't find a way to contribute here. It probably won't be the numbers we all want him to have. There's always been the get Duke Johnson the football more thing. They'll get it to him if he's here. But, it's gotten to the point now, which is a good thing for the Browns, that a guy like Duke Johnson is expendable, and it wouldn't make or break their season. And they could possibly help their salary cap situation and improve at another position through that player.